So we had serious concerns about some of the actions that President Yoon took. We communicated those directly to the government. At the same time, we have tremendous confidence in the resilience of South Korea's democracy, in the strength of its institutions, and in the efforts that it's making to work through those institutions, pursuant to the Constitution and the rule of law, to resolve differences and to do so peacefully.
Both of you. Mr. Secretary, it's appropriate you just spoke about the importance of democracy on the 4th anniversary of the violence of January 6th in the U.S. I'm wondering, you and Mr. Biden both hailed President Yoon as a champion of democracy, and you allowed him to hold the 3rd Summit for Democracy here in Korea. Why were you and President Biden both blindsided by his anti-democratic power grab? And do you regret placing your earlier faith in Mr. Yoon? And a related question, yesterday I watched as Mr. Yoon's supporters amassed in the streets near our hotel, and they held up "Stop the Steal" signs in English and waved American flags and also chanted "Stop the Steal." Clearly an appeal to President-elect Trump for help, given Trump's own attempt before and during January 6th to stay in power. I'd like your honest assessment of how the rapid erosion of democratic norms in America has impacted South Korea and other countries. And for Mr. Choi, when Mr. Yoon, your president, declared martial law based on accusations of subversive forces in your own country, he appeared to be adopting strategies similar to the ones that autocrats in North Korea, Russia, and China used to stay in power. Why has their head of government gone in the same political direction as their national enemies and rivals? And how are you dealing with the tensions this has created with the United States? Thank you.
So, Ed, I don't want to repeat the answer I just gave, but it's fundamentally the same. All of our countries face challenges, and again, the hallmark of any democracy is in our response to those challenges. And what I said earlier and what I would reassert is that the response here in Korea to this most recent challenge, a response that's going forward, again, pursuant to the Constitution, following the rule of law, and peacefully, is what we've seen and what we fully expect. Korea has been an extraordinary partner for the United States over many decades, but in particular, these last 4 years. And we've seen that in the work that we're doing together, not only bilaterally between our countries, not only in dealing with regional challenges, but increasingly globally. And it's not just security, it's economic, it's innovative, it's people to people. And we've seen the assertion of Korea as a global actor. And I think that's one of the most positive developments that we've seen in recent years. Korea's brand is remarkably strong. The story of its democratic trajectory and success, the strength of its economy, the innovative power of its people. And when a country, whether it's ours or Korea, faces a challenge, the measure is how we respond. And again, as I said, the response that we're seeing and that we expect to continue to see is one that is peaceful and fully consistent and in accordance with the Constitution and the rule of law. And again, at the risk of repeating myself, I think what we've seen in our own country, as well as in other democracies that have faced challenges.
우리나라에서 지난 한 달 전에 일어났던 일을 이해하시려면은 일반적인 그런 맥락보다는 우리 사회의 특수한 어떤 정치 문화, 그리고 한국이 걸어온 민주주의 역사, 그리고 수많은 갈등과 우여곡절을 겪으면서 여기까지 왔다라는 그런 특수한 한국적 상황을 좀 잘 살펴보셔야 될 것 같습니다. 단순히 일반적인 민주주의에 대한 이론이라든가 객관적인 그런 시각에서 어떤 특수한 한국이라는 사회에서 일어나는 문제를 바라볼 때는 정확한 그 답이 찾아지지 않을 수가 있다고 생각이 됩니다. 우리나라는 굉장히 빠른 시간 내에 민주화를 이룩하고 경제 성장을 이룩한 모범적인 사례이긴 하지만 동시에 아까 제가 첫 번째 질문에 답변 드렸듯이 그런 과정에서 우리도 미처 탐지하지 못했던 그런 취약성을 안고 내포한 가운데 여기까지 왔다고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 그러한 그러한 내재적인 그런 잠재했던 요소들이 특수한 상황에서 폭발적으로 드러나서 우리가 전혀 예기치도 않고 상상조차 하지 않았던 일들이 일어난 것인가, 저는 그렇게 생각하고, 이러한 문제를 해결하는 것은 단시일 내에는 어렵고 끊임없이 우리 정치권이 각성을 하면서 더 나은, 더 완벽한 민주주의를 향해서 노력을 해야 되고, 분열과 갈등의 정치를 극복하고 화합과 통합, 치유의 정치를 하기 위해 노력해야 된다고 생각하고, 그러기 위해서는 우리나라의 정치 문화를 바꾸기 위한 지식층들의 각성도 필요하고 그들의 더 적극적인 행동이 필요한 때라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 한미 관계에 이러한 사건이 얼마나 손상을 줬는지는 모르겠지만 지난 한 달 동안 제가 블링컨 장관과 골드버그 대사 그리고 여러 미국 인터로큐터들과 대화하고 소통하는 가운데 우리 한미 양국 간에는 완벽한 신뢰가 있다는 것, 그리고 이러한 불행한 사태에도 불구하고 한미 동맹의 미래는 밝고 굳건하다는 것, 그것을 확인할 수 있었습니다. 따라서 그러한 신뢰와 굳건한 동맹 관계 속에서 우리 양국 관계는 끊임없이 발전해야 될 것이라는 확신을 갖고 있습니다. 그 이상 저는 어떤 두려움이라든가 불안을 갖고 있지 않습니다.